What's up, Bama Nation? Yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, just coming on here on a Wednesday, giving my thoughts. Just the biggest takeaway I got from the college football playoff rankings, the latest edition of the rankings that came out Tuesday night on ESPN. So many people have an opinion on this. ESPN pundits, just different national personalities. Everybody has a perspective on this. Some people feel like Alabama shouldn't have gotten in. Miami got hosed. What about South Carolina? They ended the season so strongly, a 6-game winning streak. Isn't it about putting the team in that's playing the best football at the right time? Despite all the conversation, I'm going to give you, Bama Nation, just my takeaway from this. My takeaway, when Ward Manuel, the college football playoff committee selection chair, when he sat down with Davis last night to discuss why the committee chose to put Alabama above Miami, above South Carolina, the committee chose to put Alabama at number 11 in the college football playoff rankings, following the precedent of what the coaches poll and the AP poll both did on Sunday. This is why the committee valued the toughness that was Alabama's schedule. That's what they did. Did Alabama finish the season the way it would like to? Did it have the season that it wanted? No. Were there some games Alabama should have won and could have won? Absolutely. Were there some embarrassing, head-scratching losses? Definitely. But the committee looked at Alabama's schedule and said they have got some marquee, impressive wins against ranked teams in the top 25. The committee looked at, they've got a win against Georgia. We can't discount that. Even though the loss to Oklahoma is terrible, we cannot discount their win over Georgia. Even though the loss to Vandy is awful, we cannot discount the win over top 5 Georgia. Then the committee looked at, yes, Bama only beat South Carolina by 2, but they beat them head-to-head. Top 15, top 20 team in South Carolina, ranked 13th. Bama got that win. We can't take that away from them. And then you got Missouri. You shut them out, 34-0 in Bryant-Denny. Missouri ranked 22. We can't take that away from Alabama. That's a ranked win against a top 25 team, showing you the toughness of this schedule. And even though Alabama had some ups and some downs, how they were able to maneuver through that. Then the committee looked at Bama 6-1 against teams with a winning record. They took that into the account, right? So not just the AP top 25 wins, but the wins versus teams with a winning record. And how they looked at Miami, Miami does not have a win against any team ranked currently in the top 25. They don't have one. They have a loss against a team ranked currently in the top 25, that being Syracuse, and they were up by 21 on Syracuse and blew the lead. Blew it. Committee saw that. You're up by 21. All you have to do is handle Syracuse. Miami handles Syracuse. This is not even a conversation. But you blow the lead against Syracuse late. You're up by 21 on the road, and you blew that right there. That's what the committee looked at. And then Miami doesn't have a better record than Alabama when it comes down to teams with a winning record. How do you fare against those teams? Alabama 6-1, Miami at 4-2, where that is concerned. So the committee looked at the biggest takeaway. The committee said, yeah, Bama lost to Oklahoma. Yeah, that sucked. Yes, Bama lost to Vanderbilt. Yeah, that sucked. But we look at, what did Alabama do against ranked teams currently ranked in this top 25? They went 3-1. They beat 3 of the 4 currently ranked in the top 25. Miami doesn't have a win over a team currently ranked in the top 25. The committee goes, okay, how does Alabama fare against teams with a winning record? Bama 6-1, which is better than Miami's 4-2. There it is right there. So that's the biggest takeaway. The committee valued what Alabama was able to do with its tough schedule against the marquee opponents, despite the loss to Oklahoma and the loss to Vanderbilt. If Miami would have beaten Syracuse, Miami would not be in the situation right now. The reason why Miami is in the situation right now, Miami had a 21-point lead to Syracuse on the road. Couldn't hold on to it. Could not hold on to it. So this really sets up SMU. SMU handles Clemson. That's the easy thing right there. Bama slips on in there. But even if SMU loses to Clemson, could the committee penalize SMU? They take Clemson in, that's the ACC champion if they beat SMU. Could the committee penalize SMU for losing in the conference championship game and have Alabama in there? We've seen this in years past where you don't win your conference championship game, you're left out of there. We saw that in the 4-team playoff, right? We saw that. We even saw in the 4-team playoff, even if you are left out of your conference championship game, you can still get into the college football playoff. We saw that with, of course, Alabama 2017, didn't get into the SEC championship game, but got into the college football playoff. So right now, the biggest thing, the committee favored Bama's ranked wins. They favored Bama's ranked schedule, tough schedule ahead of Miami. That's the biggest takeaway. So you're Kalen Deboer, you're the Crimson Tide, despite all that's happened, despite the whole roller coaster, despite the whole ups and downs, your biggest postseason aspiration is right there, the college football playoff. Whether SMU handles business or not, your postseason aspiration is right there, the college football playoff. And Kalen Deboer, should this team make a hard reset, take that 1-0 mindset seriously, Kalen Deboer has a chance to do something that only 3 coaches have ever done in the history of college football. The latest one being Larry Coker in 2001 with the Miami Hurricanes. And that is to be a first-year head coach to win a national championship in year number 1. DeBoer can be the 4th coach to do that if he really gets on a run here. And he can be the first Alabama football coach in program history to win a national championship in year 1. But the biggest takeaway, college football playoff committee favored Alabama's tough schedule over Miami. That's the reason why I'm at number 11, Miami at number 12. But this is yours truly, Stephen Smith, Touchdown Alabama Magazine, just providing the biggest takeaway, in my opinion, of why Alabama in that playoff spot there at number 11 over Miami.